Welcome back to K-Drama Cycle, where we explore the untold stories behind your favorite stars, stories of love, loss, and redemption. Today, we journey through the rise, fall, and triumphant return of two beloved names in Chinese entertainment, Soo Kai and Tang Songyun. This is not just a comeback story. It's a story about faith that never wavered, loyalty that never broke, and the quiet strength that can rebuild even the most shattered reputation. Before the storm, Soo Kai was on top of the world. His career was unstoppable. Every drama he starred in became a hit. His fan base grew beyond borders, and his face was everywhere: billboards, interviews, award shows. He had it all: fame, admiration, and the promise of longevity in a competitive industry. Tang Songyun, meanwhile, was known for her warmth, professionalism, and emotional depth as an actress. She had built her career steadily, avoiding controversies and focusing entirely on her craft. Her kindness and maturity had earned her the reputation of being one of the most respected personalities in entertainment. When Soo Kai and Tang Songyun first worked together, their chemistry was effortless. On screen, they connected naturally, creating a sense of authenticity that audiences couldn't get enough of. Off-screen, their friendship grew stronger. They often shared moments of laughter between takes and supported each other through long filming hours. Fans adored their connection, two professionals at the height of their craft, united by genuine respect. But then came the rumors. Whispers began spreading online, hinting at tension behind the scenes, financial disputes, and even personal controversies involving Soo Kai. None of it was confirmed, but the headlines grew wilder by the day. The media twisted every photo, every interview, every small gesture into something dramatic. A single careless word turned into a headline. A private disagreement became a scandal. At first, Soo Kai tried to stay quiet. He believed silence would calm the chaos, but the silence only fueled more suspicion. Soon, brand deals were canceled. Drama roles he had already secured were postponed indefinitely. His social media became a battlefield filled with hate and disappointment. It felt as though the entire world had turned its back on him overnight. Through it all, Tang Songyun refused to disappear. While others distanced themselves, she stayed. She didn't post public statements or stage grand gestures. She simply reached out privately, checking on him, encouraging him to keep faith, and reminding him that talent doesn't vanish because of rumor. When the media asked her about Soo Kai, she answered calmly, "He's human. Everyone faces storms. What matters is how you stand after it." Her quiet words became a lifeline for him. In interviews later, Soo Kai admitted, "When everything was dark, Tang Songyun was one of the few people who still believed I could come back." 4 months, Soo Kai stayed out of the public eye. He used that time not to hide, but to rebuild. He studied acting again, took lessons in emotional performance, and started working behind the camera. He found peace in simplicity, away from red carpets, away from gossip. In those quiet moments, he realized that the scandal, painful as it was, had taught him who his true friends were. Tang Songyun often visited him during that period. They would meet at small cafes, talking about films, scripts, and the meaning of resilience. She shared her own struggles, moments when she, too, had been underestimated. Together, they found strength in shared vulnerability. That bond became the foundation for what was to come. A year later, an unexpected opportunity arose, a new drama centered around redemption and second chances. The director, aware of Soo Kai's situation, offered him the lead role. But he hesitated. He wasn't sure the public was ready to see him again. That's when Tang Songyun stepped in. She encouraged him to take the role, reminding him that art can heal both the performer and the audience. She said, "If the story is about redemption, who better to tell it than someone who's lived it?" They both signed on to the project. Filming began quietly, with limited press coverage and no major announcements. But word spread quickly. Fans were curious: Soo Kai's first return after the scandal, and Tang Songyun standing beside him once again. On set, the atmosphere was emotional. For Soo Kai, every line felt personal. Every scene was a reflection of his reality: loss, regret, resilience. Tang Songyun's performance matched his intensity, grounding him whenever he doubted himself. Their scenes together carried a kind of raw truth that could only come from shared pain. When the drama finally aired, it became an instant hit. Critics praised Sukai's emotional depth, saying his portrayal was hauntingly real. Audiences could feel the sincerity behind every expression, every moment of vulnerability. Tang Songyun's performance was equally powerful. Her portrayal of unwavering faith brought viewers to tears. The drama's theme song, fittingly titled Begin Again, climbed the charts. Clips from the series went viral, especially one where Tang Songyun's character tells Sukai's, "You can't erase the past, but you can rise above it." Fans felt that line echoed their real story. Soon, media narratives changed. The same outlets that once criticized Sukai now called his return the most remarkable redemption arc in C-drama history. Public sentiment shifted. People started apologizing online, admitting they had judged too quickly. His reputation, once in ruins, was now reborn. During a post-show interview, Sukai was asked what kept him going during his darkest moments. He smiled faintly and said, "Faith, mine, and someone else's. When I couldn't believe in myself, Tang Songyun believed for me." That single line broke the internet. It wasn't just a thank you, it was acknowledgement of loyalty and quiet courage. After the drama's success, both stars became symbols of resilience. They were invited to motivational forums, artistic discussions, and charity events promoting mental health awareness in the entertainment industry. Tang Songyun used her platform to talk about empathy and kindness, reminding people that behind every rumor, there's a person trying to survive. Sukai began mentoring young actors, teaching them how to stay grounded even when fame feels fragile. Their bond, whether friendship or something deeper, became one of the most respected connections in the industry. They didn't need grand declarations, their actions spoke for them. Whenever Sukai appeared at an award show, Tang Songyun was often seen applauding in the audience. When Tang Songyun received her humanitarian award, Sukai sent her flowers with a simple note that read, "You never stopped believing." Their story inspired countless fans to never give up, to remember that life after failure is still possible and sometimes even more meaningful. As one fan wrote online, Sukai's fall taught us about pain. His return taught us about hope. Years later, when asked about that difficult chapter, Sukai said, "I don't resent the past anymore. It shaped me. It reminded me that even when the world goes silent, one person's faith can keep your heart beating." And Tang Songyun added quietly, "Some people walk with you in sunshine, but the ones who walk with you in storms, those are the ones who never leave your soul." Today, both Sukai and Tang Songyun stand tall, not just as actors, but as symbols of endurance. Their powerful comeback is more than a career revival. It's proof that truth, patience, and compassion can outshine even the darkest rumors. Because in the end, it's not about falling. It's about rising and remembering who reached out their hand when the world turned away. This is K-Drama Cycle, where we celebrate stories of courage, Sukai finally returned to filming, and love that transcends scandal. The once confident star was now quieter, journey touched more careful, and don't forget to like, share, but beneath that calm was someone who had rebuilt himself from pain and silence. Tang Songyun saw it all. She watched him work harder than ever, staying late to perfect every scene. He wanted to prove he wasn't coming back for fame, but for meaning. When they reunited for a new drama, fans were thrilled. Their chemistry was different this time, real, emotional, and full of quiet strength. Viewers said they could feel the story between them, not just see it. When the series aired, Sukai's performance touched everyone. The same people who once criticized him were now praising his growth. Tang Songyun stood proudly by his side, not saying much, but her faith spoke louder than words. At an award show months later, Sukai won Best Actor. In his speech, he said, "This isn't just my victory, it's for those who believed in me when I couldn't believe in myself." His eyes found Tang Songyun in the crowd, and her soft smile said everything. Their story became more than a comeback. It was proof that loyalty, patience, and love can outshine even the darkest scandal. Sukai's redemption and Tang Songyun's unbreakable faith reminded everyone that sometimes falling isn't the end, it's where the real story begins.